All right, Sverige Martinez, we're here with Gegard Mousasi, who faces Thales Leites here in London. So, Gegard, pretty big fight, co-main event against a guy who I think a lot of people have been underestimating lately. He's made his name again in the UFC, but it seems like he's not really standing out as much as some others. Do you feel like people look past him?
Well, he's a tough opponent with a not well-known name. So it's not a good fight for me, but he's a tough opponent and difficult to finish. So it's actually a tough fight. And but I need to get a win, and so whoever to give me.
Well, yeah, like you said, obviously you do need to get a win. You had a tough fight in your last outing, a little bit controversial stoppage. How did you feel about when the fight was stopped? I mean, did you feel like it was a bit too early, like you could have kept going?
I don't know. Maybe I could have gone further, but I should have been there in the first place. So that's a judge decision. So I don't think I'm not complaining about that.
And what was it that wasn't really right? Like, was it a change in opponents? Like, what was it that got you a bit ruffled?
No, not that. I just I was dominant in the first round. I was trying to go for the second to finish him. Maybe I didn't underestimate him. I was well prepared. Everything was well. So just that I wanted to finish him. I opened myself a little bit. I think if I would have taken my time, when I fought, what was the old opponent I fought? Philippou. If I would have kept the distance, wouldn't take any risk, there's not much you would have been able to do. But I went for it. So, but that's what can I say?
Afterwards, there were some controversial comments that came out on Facebook from your fan page. A lot of people were suspecting that maybe it was friends or something like that. Can you just what was it that happened there?
Well, that wasn't me, so I can't say anything about that.
Okay. And are you disappointed that somebody under your name made such comments?
Shit happens.
All right. Well, getting back to your opponent now, like you said, it's a bit of a tough fight because he's not a very well-known guy, but a very skilled guy. What do you say is his best skill?
Well, obviously his ground game is good, but he's got confidence in his stand-up, and when you saw the Anderson Silva fight, he was trying to go only for the takedowns. With the Michael Bisping, he was only fighting stand-up, so he has changed a lot. So he's a difficult opponent.
And when we talked to him about you, he said that one of your best skills is how well-rounded you are. Would you agree, or do you feel like there's something else that is your number one advantage in this fight?
Well, I think for this fight, I'm physically stronger than my previous fight, and I'm sharper in my stand-up. I see I can be dominant everywhere the fight goes. So obviously, if he goes for the takedowns, I can go for the takedowns also. So I feel very confident.
And we got to see in the embedded episode that you're a big car guy. You're a big fan of cars. What would your dream car be? Say you get a big bonus this fight or the next fight. What would be that one dream car for you to drive?
Well, I like the M5. You can drive it daily and you can race every day. Yeah.
And do you ever perhaps see in a different life you would have taken a different path? You could have been a race car driver?
No, I'm not a good driver, but I like going fast. Yeah.
Maybe a dangerous combination.
Yeah, I wouldn't last long in a race car. Yeah.
All right. Well, you're here. I mean, you've seen so many big fights before, and I kind of know that this is just another fight for you. But what do you think the fans should expect? Because it seems like there's so much attention on the main event. Anderson Silva's in Europe that they're not really looking at this fight as much. Why should they?
Well, it's a top. We're both in the top 10. A potential matchup between the main event is possible. So I need a good performance, and that could create a matchup.
And like you said, the winner of this fight could very well fight the winner of the main event. Who do you see winning the main event?
Well, I don't know. It's a tough fight. Anderson coming off a year and getting older also, of course. But skill-wise, stand-up, he's better. But if Michael Bisping can put the pace like Chael Sonnen did and just don't let him think, he has a good chance.
Thank you very much. Good luck in the fight.